Welcome back into the Awesemo YouTube channel. My name is Geoff Ulrich, bringing you some Jock Market NFL picks for Week 10 of the NFL season. If you haven't heard, Jock Market, they've turned fantasy sports into a stock exchange. Forget waiting until the end of the game to make money. Jock Market allows you to buy and sell shares of players in real time for real money with guaranteed payouts for all the shares at the end of the night. They have daily markets in NBA, MLB, NHL, and PGA. You can make real money every hour, every minute, every second of any match or game. What you do is you use the pregame IPO to pick up shares of your favorite players. Then you buy, sell, or hold them during the game based on your own analysis. That's the best part. You download the app to get started. You use our exclusive Awesemo promo code. That's Awesemo for up to a $50 bonus on your first deposit. This is an exclusive offer only for the Awesemo community. So make sure to take advantage of it today. That's Awesemo for a $50 bonus. Now, let's get to these picks. Again, we got Week 10 coming up already. We got some players on bye, but we got a couple games here with some very, very big point totals. And I want to go to the one with the biggest point total on the board. I want to go to the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. And I really like this setup for Matt Ryan this week. One of the underrated stories of the year, the last month anyways, is the play of Matt Ryan. He's playing pretty good. He's got 11 touchdowns over his last 5 games, only 3 interceptions. It's a player who's completed over 75% of his passes in 3 of his last 4 games too. And this is all despite not having Calvin Ridley. The Falcons too, they've turned into a very, very good team to target for fantasy purposes. It's a team that's averaging 38 pass attempts per game, so it's really helping Matt Ryan's upside as well. Dallas remains one of the fastest-paced teams in the NFL, too. This whole game should be fast-paced. Atlanta is up there above average in terms of pace of play, too. Teams against Dallas throwing the ball over 36 times per game. And then we've got Atlanta coming in as +8 point underdogs. This just screams Matt Ryan 40-plus pass attempts. And with him playing well, you've got the emergence of guys like Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson. I think Matt Ryan's going to get there this week. I don't think he's going to be as popular as some of the other elite names either in the Jock Market IPOs. So I like looking at him at quarterback. Second pick, let's go to running back, though. And this is a player I think is going to be very underrated going into Week 10. I don't think many people are going to be wanting to roster DeAndre Swift of the Detroit Lions. Yeah, we got the Lions factor here. Remember, they're 0 whatever now. They're coming off a bye, and they got the Pittsburgh Steelers. And there's that perceived notion around the league that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, oh, you just can't run against it, you can't do anything. And there's still a good defense, but I still think you should be starting players like DeAndre Swift against them. This team's very banged up. We've seen them not be able to do much on offense. Ben was getting sacked late in that game. Now they're not going to have Chase Claypool in this game against Detroit either. You've got DeAndre Swift here. No Jamal Williams again for the Detroit Lions this week. 70+% snap share here. Pretty much guaranteed for Swift. And if the Steelers can't move the ball and this game ends up being close, you know Swift is going to be the one getting all the usage. We've got a PPR total here, 5+ targets, pretty much locked in for Swift. He's very game flow sort of independent here. You know he's going to get targets in the pass game. You know he's going to get those carries late if the game is close because there's no Jamal Williams. There's really no other option for Detroit. I think DeAndre Swift is a very, very good buy low target here. I don't think his IPO is going to be popular at all. Love him on Jock Market this week. You might even look to pick shares of up and him in game too. So DeAndre Swift going to be our second target. Third target for Week 10. Let's go to another player I think really going to be underrated this week. Not going to be super popular. It's Justin Jefferson. And again, if you've missed this news, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. There's lots of news coming out of Minnesota here that Justin Jefferson, you know, needs a few more targets. And generally when we hear that from NFL teams, what they do is they give their best players the targets. Justin Jefferson obviously had a long touchdown last time out, and then he only had 4 targets, only got 9 targets over his last couple games. And with the Vikings blowing that game against the Ravens last week, you kind of think, well, maybe this is the spot that Justin Jefferson finally gets those 10+ targets again that we like to see for him. This is a better than perceived matchup too for Jefferson. There's no Joey Bosa for the Chargers, no Mike Davis on the outside either. So Kirk Cousins not going to be under a ton of pressure here. You know, one of their top cornerbacks out. I like the spot for Jefferson a lot. I think you're going to see more downfield passes for him in this spot. Again, banged up Chargers defense. He's projecting for low ownership across the board on all the traditional DFS sites too. That only means that on Jock Market, probably going to be easier to pick up in the IPO for cheap. So again, bid low. We got a big ceiling here with Justin Jefferson. I think you're going to see his targets bounce back in a big way here. So we got Justin Jefferson for the Minnesota Vikings. We got DeAndre Swift coming in, hopefully low ownership, low bidding at war anyways for the Detroit Lions. And we got Matt Ryan for the Atlanta Falcons. Those are going to be our 3 picks for Jock Market Week 10. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the Awesemo YouTube channel if you haven't already. And most importantly, have yourself a great week 10. I'm Geoff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.